It all started on a chilly autumn evening, just as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch endlessly. I heard whispers about the mysterious Backrooms, a place that existed beyond the boundaries of reality. They said that once you entered, you might never return. Intrigued and foolishly fearless, I decided to explore this enigmatic realm. My journey began in a musty abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. The entrance to the Backrooms was hidden beneath a pile of discarded cardboard boxes. I took a deep breath, tightened my grip on my flashlight, and ventured inside. The air grew thick with a particular smell, a mixture of dampness and decay, as if the place had been festering for centuries. The initial room I entered was nothing out of the ordinary, just a dimly lit space filled with discarded furniture and faded wallpaper. My footsteps echoed eerily as I walked further in. The ceiling seemed to stretch upwards endlessly, creating a disconcerting feeling of vertigo. Despite the unnerving atmosphere, I continued deeper, convinced that this was just another urban legend. But as I walked further, the rooms began to change. The walls, once adorned with faded wallpaper, gave way to peeling paint, revealing ancient graffiti that told tales of despair and madness. The floor beneath my feet felt increasingly unstable, as if it was shifting beneath me. The lighting grew even more sporadic, with flickering bulbs casting long, unsettling shadows that seemed to reach out for me. I could hear faint, distant whispers, like a chorus of tormented souls, their voices growing louder with each step. Panic started to creep in, but I pressed on, driven by morbid curiosity that refused to let me turn back. Soon, I found myself in a room that defied all logic. The walls seemed to pulsate as if they were alive, and the floor was a shifting mosaic of mismatched tiles. In the corner, a door appeared to lead back to the outside world, but it was a cruel illusion. When I tried to open it, it vanished into thin air, leaving me trapped. My flashlight flickered, casting long shadows that danced menacingly around me. The whispers grew into sinister laughter, mocking my futile attempts to escape. I was no longer alone in the back rooms. Something was watching. Something. As I ventured deeper into this nightmarish hell, the rooms became more sinister and more surreal. I stumbled upon a room filled with towering stacks of decaying mannequins, their lifeless eyes following my every move. Another room was submerged in knee-deep water, the ceiling dripping with a foul, fuscous liquid that sent shivers down my spine. Time lost its meaning in that forsaken place. Hours turned into days, and I began to lose track of reality. My supplies dwindled, and the oppressive darkness closed in around me. The very architecture of the back room seemed to twist and warp, as if the very fabric of reality was unraveling. Desperation set in. I screamed for help, but my cries were swallowed by the ever-shifting walls. The whispers grew louder, the laughter more deranged, as if the Backrooms itself reveled in my torment. I was no longer in control of my fate. I was a prisoner to this accursed place. And then, one day, or was it night, I stumbled into a room unlike any other. It was vast, an endless expanse of suffocating darkness. In the distance, I saw a faint glimmer of light, like a distant star in the void. I knew I had to reach it, for it was my only hope to escape. With each step, the darkness seemed to tighten its grip on me, pulling me deeper into the abyss. The glimmer of light grew brighter. I could see it was a doorway, an exit from this nightmarish realm. But just as I reached out to touch it, the darkness overcame me, swallowing me whole. I awoke in a cold sweat, lying on the floor of an abandoned warehouse. The back rooms had spat me out, like a morsel of unwanted food. My clothes were tattered, my mind shattered. I had narrowly escaped the clutches of that place, but I knew I would never truly be free. In the days that followed, I tried to piece together what had happened, but the memories were a jumbled mess, a fever dream of terror and despair. I could still hear the whispers, still feel the suffocating darkness lurking at the edge of my consciousness. As the weeks turned into months, my sanity continued to unravel. The back rooms had left its mark on me, a dark stain on my soul. I could no longer distinguish between reality and the nightmares that haunted me. And then, One day, I saw it. The doorway, the glimmer of light in the corner of my room. It beckoned me, offering a false promise of escape. I knew what I had to do. I couldn't let the backrooms consume me any longer. As I stepped through the doorway into the suffocating darkness, I felt a strange sense of calm wash over me. The whispers and the laughter, once so tormenting, now seemed distant, almost soothing. It was as if the back rooms had accepted me as one of its own. I ventured further into the abyss, guided by an eerie sense of purpose. The darkness gave way to surreal landscapes that seemed to shift and change with my every thought. I encountered strange, otherworldly creatures that appeared to be both part of the environment and yet separate from it. They spoke to me in a language I couldn't understand, but somehow I could sense their intentions. They were neither benevolent nor malevolent. They simply existed in this bizarre realm, like guardians of its secrets. Days turned into weeks, and I lost track of time. In this strange world, I found a sense of belonging I had never experienced before. It was as if the back rooms had become a part of me, and I, a part of it. I no longer feared the darkness. I embraced it. One day I wandered through the ever-changing landscapes. I stumbled upon a room that felt different from the rest. It was bathed in a soft, ethereal light that seemed to emanate from within the very walls themselves. The room was filled with books, ancient tomes, and contained knowledge beyond imagination. I reached out and picked up one of the books, its pages filled with incomprehensible symbols and diagrams. As I gazed upon them, I felt a surge of understanding, as if the secrets of the universe were laid bare before me. I knew then that this was the heart of the back rooms, the source of its enigmatic power. With newfound purpose, I delved into the study of these arcane texts, learning to manipulate the very fabric of reality within the back rooms. I could reshape the landscapes, summon creatures, and bend the rules of physics to my own will. It was a power unlike any other, and I reveled in it. But as my mastery of the back rooms grew, so did my isolation. I had become a solitary being, cut off from the world I had once known. The memories of my past life grew hazy, like a fading dream. I had sacrificed everything for the knowledge and power of this strange realm. One day, I was experimenting with my newfound abilities. I accidentally tore a rift in the fabric of the back rooms. A blinding light spilled through, and I was momentarily blinded. When my vision cleared, I found myself standing in the abandoned warehouse once more. The doorway to the back rooms gone. I was free, but the back room still called to me, a siren song that I could never fully resist. I knew that I could return at any moment, but I also knew that the knowledge and the power I had gained came at a great cost. As I stood there, torn between two worlds, I couldn't help but wonder if the back rooms were a place of terror and demise, or a realm of untapped potential and wonder. Perhaps it was both. A place where one's fate determined by their own choices. For a time I lingered on the threshold between the back rooms and the outside world, unable to fully commit to either. The memories of my past life continued to fade, replaced by a deep yearning for the strange and surreal realm that had become my home. As days turned into weeks, I noticed changes within myself. My physical appearance began to shift, as if I was becoming part of the very fabric of the back rooms. My skin took on a faint, otherworldly glow, and my eyes now held an inner light that seemed to pulse with the same rhythm as the mysterious realm. I realized that I was changing on a fundamental level, becoming something more than human. I had become a conduit for the power of the back rooms, and it flowed through me like a river of infinite possibilities. With each passing day, I felt a deeper connection to the strange creatures that inhabited this realm. One creature in particular became my constant companion. It was a creature of the shadows and whispers, its form ever shifting and elusive. I named it Eidolon, for it seemed to embody the very essence of the back rooms. Eidolon was my guide and my confidant, leading me through the ever-changing landscapes and teaching me the secrets of this enigmatic world. Together, Edelon and I delved deeper into the back rooms, exploring its hidden corners and unraveling its mysteries. We discovered forgotten civilizations that had existed within the realm, their ruins filled with relics of unimaginable power. I learned to harness these relics, using them to shape the back rooms to my will. But with power came trepidation. I could feel the back rooms tugging at my soul, trying to pull me back into its depths. It was a constant struggle to resist its call, to remain on the threshold between two worlds. I knew that if I succumbed to the back rooms entirely, I would be lost forever. One day, as Edeline and I ventured deeper into the back rooms than ever before, we stumbled upon a room unlike any other. It was a chamber of mirrors, each reflecting a different version of reality. I could see glimpses of my past life, the people I had left behind, and the world I had abandoned. As I gazed into the mirrors, I felt a pang of longing and a deep yearning to return to the outside world. Edelon, too, seemed to sense my inner turmoil and urge me to make a choice. I knew that I could no longer straddle the line between two worlds. It was time to decide my fate. With a heavy heart, I turned away from the mirrors and faced Edelon. I knew what I had to do. I had to leave the back rooms behind, to return to the world I had once known, but I also knew that I couldn't do it alone. Edelon nodded in understanding, and with a sense of finality, began to unravel itself, its form dissolving into a swirling vortex of shadows. It merged with me, becoming a part of my very being. I could feel its presence within me, a source of strength and guidance that would forever remain. With Edelon's powers coursing through me, I summoned all my will and tore open a rift in the back rooms, a doorway leading back to the outside world. As I stepped through, I felt a sense of relief and sadness, knowing I was leaving behind the only home I had ever known. I found myself back in the abandoned warehouse, the pile of discarded cardboard boxes and the musty air now strangely comforting. The memories of the back rooms were still fresh in my mind, but they were no longer a prison. I had chosen to return to the world of the living, to embrace the human experience once more. But as I stood there, I couldn't help but wonder about the back rooms and the secrets it held. I knew that it was a place of terror and demise, but it was also a realm of untapped potential and wonder. I had glimpsed the power it held, and I couldn't help but wonder if there was a way to harness that power for the greater good. And so, I embarked on a new journey, one that would take me to the farthest reaches of the world in search of an answer. I carried with me the knowledge of power of the back rooms, guided by a presence of Edelon with me. It was a path fraught with danger and uncertainty, but I was determined to unlock the secrets of the back rooms and use it as a power to change the world for the better. As I stepped out into the world once more, I knew that my journey was just beginning, and the ominous back rooms would forever be a part of me, a source of both darkness and light that would shape my destiny in ways I could have never imagined. Thank you for listening to I Found the Secrets of the Back Rooms. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like, and if you enjoy hearing stories from me, please subscribe and become a resident of Hill Street, and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. And I hope all of you have a fantastic night.